want to talk to you about flattening a blade, a chisel, plain blade, or any blade that has a flat base and a bevel running onto it. So the blacksmith will finish this chisel on a round leather wheel, and it's beautiful and sharp, and every tool that comes from Japan new is really nice and sharp, but it's definitely not flat. And that leather will just slightly take up any sort of imperfection on the surface, so it'll make it polished across the whole surface, but it's it's not flat. So the first thing you have to do when you buy any new tool is flatten it, and even some old tools will need some sort of maintenance, and it's especially important to get the backs of the tools right the first time. So there's a few different ways to get them flat, and you could either use diamonds, water stones. So I've got two diamond options here. One's just a cheaper diamond plate. It's got a 1000 printed on one side and a 300 on the other side. And it doesn't really matter what sort of expensive diamond plate you have, as long as it's perfectly flat. And it's really good idea to actually check the plate actually before you buy it, and just make sure it's dead flat. Otherwise, don't waste your money. So this is another diamond stone. It's got about 1.5 mil printed on a thick aluminium base, and this one should last you a lifetime. This is a fraction of a mil of diamond printed on this one. These are really a premium water stones, and pretty much the best money can buy. The good thing about this thing is you can actually flatten it yourself, and once it's flat, it'll stay flat for a very long time. And something with especially a large surface area, it's going to take some time to get it flat. With a diamond is definitely your best bet to get it really done quickly. So just wet your diamond a little bit. And just work out where you're going to be flattening. So this chisel has been hollow ground, and then flattened up to less than the halfway point. So just put it on that point. You don't want to go right up and flatten the whole base, particularly because these chisels have been rocked and cranked back, so they've actually got a tiny little bit of a rock in them, so it would take you a long time to actually flatten all of that out. And also you can change the angle, especially because this point here is high, and if you're actually grinding from this point, it's going to lift the front up, and you're going to have 2 points touching, and you're going to miss out on all this. So you're going to be wasting a lot of this hard steel for no reason. So just do a few passes, and just want to show you, you can get a really good idea of actually what you have to achieve. So this chisel needs flattening on both sides, and we haven't got to the middle point yet. So you just want to make sure that's in your mind when you're putting pressure on the chisel. So you can see really quickly we're getting good results. So it's nice and flat from the point we started, nearly to the blade edge. Nice idea to just use all your surface of your plate to try and spread out the wear. Again, we're almost at the edge. So this is a 300 grit diamond. It's going to leave a lot of scratches, but as long as it's flat, we'll be able to get them out really quickly when we step up to the 1000, the 3000 and 6000 Waterstone. And something I'm going to be talking about with the Waterstones is how to use your stone properly to avoid passing over the middle twice as many times as the edges. And that's just to use a small section of the stone at one point, so divide it up into 3 points. Okay, so the whole back now has been ground flat on the coarse diamond. Flip it over, and this is 1000 grit on the diamond. So 1000 grit on a diamond compared to a Waterstone is worlds apart. The 1000 grit on the diamond is very coarse compared to the Waterstone. The nice thing about these Hero Waterstones is the particle size is very uniform and very even. So you get a nice even finish every stage, and it's very easy to jump up to 1000 to even a 6000. So this process, I'm just going to try and take out a few of the large scratches from the 300. Okay, so that's all we need with this chisel. So we'll start with the 1000. As I said, it's going to be, you can see a massive difference between the 1000 on the diamond and the 1000 on this as soon as we start. So again, just divide your stone up into 3 sections. You can see straight away we're getting a nice uniform mat across the whole back. Okay, quite happy with that, so I'm going to move up to the 3000. So on the back of this one is the 6000. And this is a 1000, 3000. So again, just want to try and not contaminate the 1000 onto the 3000. Just want to give your chisel a bit of a wash down. And also your stone. Just wash off any of give it some nice fresh water. So once you've got the chisel down to about, or up to 6000 or 8000, or what you want to take it, then you start focusing on the bevel, and it's really important to do this. And the ratio of times you actually touch the back again is just really to take the burr off. So you're doing mostly bevel edge and just touching up the back to hone it up and get the burr. Towards the end of your sharpening, you can leave some of this the slurry on the stone, and what that does, it actually wears away into smaller particles, so you actually get a finer finish than even the the 6,000. Below that, you know, say the 1,000 grit, it's probably not much point actually. You don't have to take it off or leave it on, but it's not serving a great purpose. The higher stones, the higher grit you go, the harder the stone, and that's why the slurry is important to wear down into smaller particles and give you a finer finish. Let's move it up. And likewise with the same process as a plain blade, and it's the same process as a marquee knife. Thank you for watching.